Hi guys, hope you're all doing good, and today I'm going to be entering a contest for my good friend and friend of the channel, Johnny Mac, and his 1000 subscriber contest. Firstly, massive congratulations, Johnny. Your channel has been really awesome to watch over the years, and it's really awesome to see you get to over 1,000 now. Johnny's always entertained me with his videos, and just the way he is, the way he comes across on the camera is always very engaging, and I think that's a big reason as to why he is got to 1,000. And yeah, today I'm going to be celebrating his channel by entering the contest, and the contest that he has come up with is essentially like a metal tag. 10 questions that we've got to answer as best as we can. So without any further ado, let's just get straight into it. So the first question is first album, gig, film, or anything like that. I went with first gig. I have talked about my first gig a few times, but I thought I'll just do it anyway. Metallica in 2017 at the O2 Arena in London. I got this excellent program, and I also got the tour T-shirt to go with it, and it was an amazing experience to go to the O2 for the first time and see my first ever show, see Metallica as well. At the time, Metallica were my favourite band, and it was an absolute dream to see them play live. And yeah, so that's the first one. The second one is last album, gig, or movie you've watched or listened to or picked up. So I went with one of the last albums that I picked up, which was for my birthday, Whitechapel, Hymns of Dissonance, that came out in March. Definitely one of my favourite albums that's come out this year, and this is also one of the first 2025 albums that I've picked up. And for me, a definite return to form for Whitechapel, back to the good old heavy stuff. Definitely one of their best albums that they've done. Yeah, really loving that album. So I had to get it. Always favourite album or movie or anything like that. I've gone with my favourite album of all time, which I had to think about, but for me it just had to be Metallica's Ride the Lightning. My favourite album ever. My favourite album by Metallica, definitely. And one of my favourite albums of all time, if not my favourite. Just perfect from start to finish, with Fight Fire with Fire, Ride the Lightning, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Fade to Black, Trapped Under Ice, Escape, probably the weakest but still a decent song, Creeping Death, and then the awesome epic Call of Cthulhu. This album influenced me a lot with guitar tone and songwriting and riff writing and solos. So yeah, something old, an album that you've had for ages. And once again, I'm sorry to have to pick Metallica for a third time, but this is the oldest album that I've had in my collection. I got this around 2012 or 2013 when I started getting into music. This was the first, or one of the first albums that I had in my collection, and I've had it the absolute longest time, and I never get bored of it. I still really enjoy this album. Every time I go back to it and listen to it, it's just a classic, and yeah, brilliant album. Moving on to something new, a new album or t-shirt, etc. Well, I've already done a new album with the Whitechapel, so I'm going to go with a new t-shirt that I bought when I went to see Behemoth back in April I brought this, which is pretty cool. Nothing on the back, unfortunately, but I like this t-shirt. I thought it was really cool. I nearly got a Satyricon one because there was one that had like a wolf on it, and that I thought that looked really awesome. But in the end, I went with that behemoth one. So that's something new, something borrowed. This is something you didn't buy, and my instant thought on this was a VCLT, and I could have picked a million VCLT albums, but I thought I'm gonna just pick one of the best VCLT albums that I've got in my collection, and I went with, I know Johnny Mac will like this one, Carcass, Necroticism, my favourite Carcass album, and definitely one of the best albums that I've been given in VCLT. I got this from Metal Marty Mac, another friend of the channel, another really cool guy. So yeah, this album from start to finish is brilliant. In Propagation, Corporal Jigsaw Quandary, Symposium of Sickness, Pedigree Butchery, Incarnated Solvent Abuse, Carnius Cacophony, and then the last two songs, which are too long to say. But yeah, from start to finish, this is an epic album. Technical, heavy, and yeah, definitely their best one for me. So that's something borrowed, something blue. It's just anything blue. I went album related. Joe Satriani, Flying in a Blue Dream, because it's got blue in it and it's blue, and oh, I thought the disc was also blue, but it's not. Oh well. But it's a blue album and it's got blue in the album title, so that's that. Another a really good Joe Satriani album, actually. Bit long, but it's good. Next, Shoutouts. Didn't specifically say how many shoutouts, but I've done 3. So I have picked Mark from Metal Never Dies. I've been really getting into his content ever since he did a video for my contest. Really enjoy his content style. He does a lot of reviews, album reviews, and talking about albums. And he just says it how it is, which is really cool, really refreshing. And he's close to 700, so let's see if we can try and get him up to 700. Next up is a mate of mine, James Dorsett, mate of a mate of mine, and he recently hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is awesome. And he does a lot of guitar content, like gear, guitars, amps, and all sorts of stuff like that. He's even done a couple of funny videos buying just random gear and seeing if it's any good or not. So yeah, if you're into that kind of stuff, I know some people probably are watching my videos. Yeah, you might enjoy some of his content. And lastly, I've gone with Tony from Tainted Lord 87, mainly because he just supports me a lot, so I thought I'll just give him a little bit back to shout out here, just to say thanks for all the support that he's given me. Comments on pretty much every video that I've done, so insane support. And he's close to 400 subscribers, so let's see if we can get him up to 400. That'd be good. The 9th question is a question for Johnny Mac. He did say he was going to do a Q&A to go with his contest, so any question we can ask him, basically. I have gone outside of his two big passions, which is music and films. I've gone more in the sport realm with my question, because I know that he's a massive fan of Wrexham Football Club, and big congratulations to Wrexham getting promoted to the 2nd division for the first time in their history, which is awesome. But I also know that Johnny Mac is a massive Liverpool fan, the same as me. Obviously, Champions! Oh, I had to do that, I'm sorry. Anyone who's not a Liverpool fan, just look away. But yeah, we just won the league, so I'm still buzzing from it, and I still have my scarf out my window, still in celebration mode over here. I'm sure Johnny Mack is as well, celebrating both his teams. But yeah, basically what I wanted to know is like how did you become a Liverpool fan? Because for me it was through my dad, because my dad's always been a Liverpool fan since he was young, so I inherited it from him, and I've been a Liverpool fan all my life. So yeah, I'd like to know, Johnny, how you got into being a Liverpool fan as well. And the last thing that he wanted to know for the contest is how I discovered his channel. And I believe I discovered his channel early 2022, and I think the first video I saw of his was his albums of the year for 2021, I believe. And he I remember he put Unto Others as number 1, and at the time I didn't even know who they were, but yeah. So I think it was either somebody give him a shout out and I went to check out the video, or maybe he had done an older contest and someone had, you know, done a video for him and checked out his channel that way. I'm not 100% sure. It was either one of those. It was either a shout out or a contest. But I know that it was early 2022. So I've been watching his stuff for a good 3-4 years nearly now. So yeah, good stuff. So yeah, there you go. There's my entry for Johnny Mack's contest. Best of luck to everyone who enters. And again, yeah, congratulations, Johnny. Really awesome achievement. And hopefully we can do another Keep It Metal podcast live stream in the near future. That would be really cool. And yeah, if you got this far, thanks ever so much for watching. Until the next time, keep it metal.